take a few minutes while enjoying your 4th of July and thank these people. It's not much to ask for the price they paid for your freedom. Remember, freedom is never free, patriotism is not a sin, and the 4th of July has more to it than beer picnics and baseball games.
Those men pledged their lives, their fortunes, and their sacred honor. Many have lost their lives and their fortunes, but they did not lose their honor. Todd Jones is going to read to us the Bill of Rights.
I'm honored to present to you all the Bill of Rights, beginning with the preamble, which is often left out of reprints of this document. So we'll begin with the preamble. The preamble to the Bill of Rights. Congress of the United States, begun and held at the city of New York on Wednesday, the 4th of March, 1789. The conventions of a number of the states, having at the time of their adopting the Constitution, expressed a desire in order to prevent misconstruction or abuse of its powers, that further declaratory and restrictive clauses should be added, and as extending the ground of public confidence in the government will best ensure the beneficent ends of its institution. Resolved by the Senate and House of Representatives of the United States of America, in Congress assembled, 2/3 of both houses concurring, that the following articles be proposed to the legislatures of the several states as amendments to the Constitution of the United States, all or any of which articles, when ratified by 3/4 of the said legislatures, to be valid to all intents and purposes as part of the said Constitution. Articles. In addition to an amendment of the Constitution of the United States of America proposed by Congress and ratified by the legislatures of the several states pursuant to the 5th article of the original Constitution. Amendment 1. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press or the right of the people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. Amendment 2. A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Amendment 3. No soldier shall, in time of peace, be quartered in any house without the consent of the owner, nor in time of war, but in a manner to be prescribed by law. Amendment 4. The right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrants shall issue but upon probable cause, supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the persons or things to be seized. Amendment 5. No person shall be held to answer for a capital or otherwise infamous crime unless on a presentment or indictment of a grand jury, except in cases arising in the land or naval forces or in the militia, when in actual service in time of war or public danger. Nor shall any person be subject to the same offense to be twice put in jeopardy of life or limb, nor shall be compelled in any criminal case to be a witness against himself, nor be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, nor shall private property be taken for public use without just compensation. Amendment 6. In all criminal prosecutions, the accused shall enjoy the right to a speedy and public trial by an impartial jury of the state and district wherein the crime shall have been committed, which district shall have been previously ascertained by law, and to be informed of the nature and cause of the accusation, to be confronted with the witnesses against him, to have compulsory process for obtaining witnesses in his favor, and to have the assistance of counsel for his defense. Amendment 7. In suits at common law, where the value in controversy shall exceed $20, the right of trial by jury shall be preserved, and no fact tried by a jury shall be otherwise re-examined in any court of the United States than according to the rules of the common law. Amendment 8. Excessive bail shall not be required, nor excessive fines imposed, nor cruel and unusual punishments inflicted. Amendment 9. The enumeration in the Constitution of certain rights shall not be construed to deny or disparage others retained by the people. And Amendment 10. The powers not delegated to the United States by the Constitution, nor prohibited by it to the states, are reserved to the states respectively or to the people. Ladies and gentlemen, those of us that stand here together are aware of quite a few things which many who are not here today are not aware of. Be you aware or not, these are the foundational documents that enumerate the natural laws of God under which we live as a free society. We are the sentinels of liberty. It is our duty to ensure that we, the people, is the form of government we enjoy for us and for future generations. Furthermore, it is our duty to share this knowledge, this heritage, with those who are not yet awake and not aware of their birthright. What we talked about today, what we read, most of you are aware, or you wouldn't be here standing now, that this is in grave danger like no other time in history. Ancient codes from the Magna Carta all the way to our beloved Bill of Rights and Constitution are on the endangered species list. How many of the things that we read today made headlines pop in your head? From cruel and unusual punishment of tasing elderly people, young people, some of them to death. Eminent domain. Illegal searches and seizures. We have pressing legislation going through the Congress and the Senate right now where we will all suffer home inspections to make sure that we are living a green lifestyle. Every single bit of these tyrannical pieces of legislation are a threat, not only to our children and great-grandchildren and so on, right here and now, ladies and gentlemen. And I stand here proudly with you, thanking God that I have people of like mind and like spirit. And I'll pray for each and every one of you and for our country. Thank y'all for being here today. God bless you.
Very much for being here today. This concludes our ceremony. There is going to be a tea party down here by the Coliseum, the Cheryl Park. If anybody would like to go down there and help, I know they've got some need some assistance setting up. We plan on passing out some more constitutions down there, so I encourage everybody to help with the tea party.
One quick little announcement that probably didn't get emailed out.